Hello everyone, I'm Viney V and welcome to my YouTube channel, Viney V's Homemaker Experience. I am so glad that you decided to join me. Today I am going to be making a peach cobbler. Well, at least that's what I call it. From what I've read and heard around, a cobbler has one crust, and that's at the top. What I'm going to be making today will have a top crust and a bottom crust. And that's because my household likes pie crust and plenty of it. So, having said that, let's go ahead and get started. Enjoy. My dough for my pie crust already made out. And this is actually from a recipe called Never Fail Pie Crust. And the beauty of this pie crust is it's very, very soft, and you can actually make it in advance and freeze it if you so desire. And then when you're ready to make your pie, you just take it out of the freezer and let it thaw in the refrigerator, and then it gets like this. Okay? So it's very pliable, and you cannot overwork this dough. That's why I love it. So, you don't have to worry about, oh, I don't want my pie crust to be tough. That's not going to happen. So it is so soft, and I was initially going to roll it out, but I decided I'm just going to go ahead and just put it into my casserole dish, which is what I'm going to be baking my peach cobbler in. And then I'm just going to press it in place. Okay. All right. Just come up the sides a little bit. Try to get it relatively thin. Now what I'm going to do is take the dough and come up the sides. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time, and the same method. I guess this will be a rustic kind of a pie, peach cobbler. Okay, so I'm coming up the sides with it. Okay. And it just works very nicely because it is nice and soft, very pliable. And then I'm just going to go all the way around. Just using this method. I want to bring this all the way up the sides. All right, so here's our crust, and it's ready for the peaches and the seasoning. All right, before I put the peaches in, I'm going to put a little bit of nutmeg, just sprinkle a little bit on the bottom. All right, and the remainder of this dough will be for the top, and I'm not sure if we'll need all of it or not. All right, so now I'm going to get the peaches into the bowl, the casserole dish, or into our crust. So we'll just put them in. And I used canned peaches and some frozen peaches. And this is, again, this is about 8 cups of peaches. That might be enough because that's maybe 7 cups or so. That might be enough because I need to leave room for all of the syrup and everything. All right. So now I have here, I have 1.5 cups of sugar. I'm going to start off with that. And then I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1 teaspoon, actually this is a mix. It's like I was going to do 2 teaspoons of it, but I'm just going to go with 1 of the allspice and cinnamon mix. All right, and then we need a couple of teaspoons, I'm sorry, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and we'll just pour that. Oh, okay, got a little extra there. Okay. All right, so now I added another 1/2 cup of sugar, so I have a total of 2 cups, and I do hope that this is not going to boil out. We'll see. I haven't made it in this container before, so, but I've got about 7 cups of peaches. Okay. All right. Now for the butter. I'm going to do 1 stick of melted butter, and then I'm going to put a few slices in. Maybe a total 1.5 sticks total. All right, so I melted the butter. I'm just going to pour that in, and this is just the 1 stick. And we are up to the top. I'm going to see if I can get it to just kind of sink down in here. Because I've got this filled to the brim. All right, so now we're ready for the top crust. So I have it here, and I'm just going to roll this out. So we did do a little bit of rolling here. There it is. Now, I think that's thin enough. I'm going to take this and put it across here like that. Okay? And then let's peel this back. Okay? I wanted to have a little bit up at the top to have something to work with. We're just going to get this pinched up together. Okay. So on this side, I don't have as much, so I'm going to take a little bit off because I've got quite a bit on this side. I'm going to come over here and work this in. So now I'm going to put some vents in the crust, so to let air escape, or steam I should say. I'm going to take another couple more tablespoons of butter and just put it over the top, if I can. Here's our pie, and I'll sprinkle just a little bit of nutmeg on the top. And there it is. It's ready to go into the oven. Before I put it in the oven, I'm going to put it in this. I'm going to set it into this pan, and just in case it boils over, and just because you know how sugar gets baked on and it's hard to get it off, I'm just going to put this foil in here just so that, hoping it will make my cleanup just a little bit easier. So if anything boils out, the foil will catch it before it hits the pan. All right, so I'll just put that in there. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven, a preheated oven at 450 degrees for 5 minutes, and then turn it down to maybe about 400. Okay. All right, well, let's go in. I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to try to catch some of this. I'm going to get this off. Push it over there like that. All right. Here it is. I think it looks good. So there you have it. Our peach cobbler. I think it turned out very nicely. All right, well, now it's time to have a taste of the peach cobbler. And to do that, I have the ultimate taste tester here, my husband, and he's going to let you know how the double crust peach cobbler turned out. All right, go ahead. Oh, he already started.
Oh, so good.
All right, well, there you have it. He hasn't stopped eating yet. this ends my video for today, and I pray that this video was beneficial to you in some way, or that you just enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you liked it, and share it with your friends and family. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. That is Bonnie B's Homemaker Experience.